Hey, happy Monday. How's it going? Welcome to another Lord of the Rings live stream. Today we are finishing off the Hobbit box. So both of the Hobbit boxes. So this is the end of the entire Hobbit saga. We've played through 6 different games through the Hobbit, and it's all culminated to the Battle of the Five Armies. And so we are running with the Battle of the Five Armies today. So we're running with the Battle of the Five Armies today. It's going to be been too long since you heard that music. Hey Josh, how's it going? It's been a while. How you doing? Happy to have you here. Happy to have you tune in for the finale of The Hobbit. And I know that you enjoy, but if we finish The Hobbit, we get to unbox this bad boy. So this Heirs of Numenor is the next cycle that we are going to be diving into after we finish this. So hopefully, if we win, which I have a good feeling that we will, we may have a couple of scoops today, but maybe not. We'll see. Then we get to unbox and look through some new player cards in the Heirs of Numenor expansion. But yeah, before we do that, we do have to win. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let's go through it. So let's talk about the heroes that we're running. So we are playing campaign style. So if we make any changes to heroes, then we do have to change. Doing good, loving this early stream time. Well, good. It's all for you, man. It's all for you. Well, I'm glad. Yep. So this stream time is probably going to be the standard going forward. We will see some others every now and again where we go into the evening on the standard days. Like next Monday, I will be back in the evening because I have people visiting during the day, and so don't want to just completely ignore them. But yeah, so this will be the normal stream time, except on Wednesdays. I think I will be 10 a.m. because every Wednesday we will be doing an evening stream as well. And so this Wednesday we have Jason D20 Woodworking coming back on the stream. We're going to do a Thor Valkyrie team up versus Hela, and so looking forward to that. But yeah, so today's Lord of the Rings. One of your favorite heroes is in the box, so you're glad you could make it. Well, that's very exciting. I'm so pumped. I was just thinking, I was like, I love unboxing stuff and looking at new cards, and like with the saga, however much I've been enjoying running through these saga expansions and looking at them and playing through them and how much fun they have been. There's something about just opening new packs after you finish one and like the excitement that comes with that, which I've been kind of missing out on. But yeah. Alrighty, so is there anything else that I wanted to talk about? I guess so. It's fairly new to the stream. There are commands now that you can use. So if you throw in chat exclamation point YouTube, that will take you to the YouTube page, or the deck list that will bring you to the current deck that I am running that we're about to go through. Just check the title on future streams if there is anybody new or anything going on in the stream. This is the place where you can find the new commands and kind of see what's going on. So without further ado, let's get started. So like I was saying, we are playing campaign mode, meaning that if we change a hero, we have to increase their starting threat by 1. And we did change a hero. So the first two are the same that we have seen in the last 2 games. We've got Dane Ironfoot, leader of the dwarfs, and Nori. So Dane and Nori are the backbones that we've been seeing in the last I think they've actually been around for a while. I know they've been in the last at least 2, and now this time. So Dane is the one that gives all of our dwarves +1 willpower and +1 attack while he is ready. And Nori says that we get to lower our threat whenever we play a dwarf character from our hand. So really excellent threat mitigation, especially when you're running a ton of dwarfs. And they are running alongside Bilbo Baggins, who is required for the scenario. Then the new hero, which is actually one of the old heroes that we are playing with Thalin. So Thalin is a 9 threat hero. He's a 1-2-2-4 stat line. The 9 threat does start at a 10, so our starting threat is going to be 30. We got 11, 9, 10, so a 30 starting threat. And his special ability is whenever he's committed to a quest, deal 1 damage to each enemy as it's revealed from the encounter deck. So what this means is what this means for this scenario specifically, there's a lot of enemies in this deck, and so just getting that damage on them early is going to be very beneficial to us. But also, and we'll go through this here in a second, we're not always questing with our willpower in this scenario. We are questing with our fight and our defense based on what stage of the quest we're on. So Thalen's 1 willpower becomes much more reasonable when it's a 2 with Dane, and then a 3 questing with Dane, and then a 2 defense. And so Thalen also gives us access to the tactic sphere, which I have been so put off by the tactic sphere just kind of since the core set, and I think that's mainly just because tactics feels like not the best sphere to be running. However, I think some of the new cards that we have changes that, and I have heard that we do get more cards that fix tactics. This is the first time you're seeing Battle Siege questing, right? That is correct. I had an assumption that we would see more of it in the future of this game because they do call it out and they give it a keyword. But so Battles questing is your questing with your fight. Siege is your questing with your defense, which I love. I absolutely love that. I think that's so cool. I just think it's really cool. So this is the hero lineup that we're running. Let's see what we're running against. Hey, KTM, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. So we are running. We get some. The one good thing about the tactics sphere. Well, actually, no, that's not true. One of my favorite things about the tactics sphere running with dwarves is you got some epic dwarf characters. So we're running 1 copy of Veteran of that word. Hey, Maddie, can't stick around for long, but good luck. Well, thank you for hopping in. Hope you have a good day. Talk to you later. So the Veteran of whatever is a 0 quester or 0 willpower, but 3 attack, which is 4, and then a 2 defense. He enters play with 1 damage on him. He does have 3 health. He's a 4 cost, and the reason that he's in here, 1, is mainly for this big attack and helping with the quest. Just kind of stick around. We've got 3 copies of Veteran Axe Hand. We've got 3 copies of the Battle Master, which is the card that probably one of my favorite allies actually. So the Battle Master is a 3 cost ally, a 0 willpower, a 1 attack, 1 defense, and 2 health. However, he gets +1 health for each other dwarf ally you control, limit of +4. So he can become a 6 attack with Dane, and yeah, so it's like, need I say more? I mean, he's really good. We've got 1 copy of Gloin. We've got 1 copy of Killy, 1 copy of Philly. Got a Beaufort and a Dwalin. Those are our allies. So we have cut back on the allies pretty significantly, but that's because we hopefully are not going to need as many blockers in this situation. And if we do have some pretty hefty defenders. We're running our standard Dwarven Tomb, 2 Test of Wills, and 3 Hasty Strokes. This is a little bit different from our last quest where the shadow cards were not super horrible in our previous quest. However, in this one, they can be pretty detrimental. So we've upped that down up to 3, and our Test of Wills down to 2. We got 2 copies of Gladrium's Greeting. I honestly don't know if we need these. They have been very helpful when I do get to play them, but with Nori's ability, your threat's probably going to be fine. We got Song of Battle. We're going to throw that on Dane to help pay for some of those high cost allies. We got 2 Unexpected Courages. The first one goes on Dane. The second one goes on Thalen. Got 2 Ancient Mathams to help us draw with our card draw. Since we're not running a lore hero, we do need some card draw. We're running 3 copies of Ever My Heart Rises, so we get to lower our threat and ready a hero whenever we travel to a mountain, and there's a lot of mountains in there. We've got Narvies, we've got 2 copies of Steward, and then we're running 2 Blades of Gondolin and a Dwardelf Axe, and these are to help out with just go back in the game and hope to get some inspiration from better players than myself. Where are you at in the game? Where are you at in the game? So these, as well as we were able to rescue the battle axe. And so if we do not draw into one of these tactics, attachments, weapon attachments, then we can just go tutor the battle axe with Bilbo's ability. And so that is why we're not running a lot of these. If we can draw them, excellent. The main one being the bladed gondolin, because we do want to be able to place progress on there. And then the Dwarf axe gives us +1 attack and then deals damage to another enemy that we're adjacent to. So yeah, you're in the first cycle. Awesome. Yeah, the first cycle is excellent. I really liked it. Are you doing kind of the old style, these types of deluxe expansions? Are you buying them as they're coming out with like the campaign expansions and like that with Agmar that just got released? Then we've got foe hammer. So after we destroy an enemy with a character that controls a weapon, we can exhaust that weapon card and draw 3 cards. We got goblin cleaver. Exhaust a weapon card attached to a hero you control and choose an enemy to deal 2 or 3 damage to them if they are a orc. We got 2 feints to help us out, and then we're running sneak attack with 2 copies of the core Gandalf and then 1 copy of the Overhill Underhill Gandalf. The Overhill Underhill Gandalf we have not been running a lot on the stream, but he does not exhaust to commit to a quest, and then at the end of the refresh phase we discard him from play, or we can raise our threat by 2 to cancel this effect. So this is excellent because he's a 4/4/4, and with our battle or siege questing, that also counts. So if we can get him onto the table, we can really start questing through that pretty quickly. Our stage 5 of the quest is pretty tough, because we pull out a pretty mean monster, but so we do want to spend a little bit of time building there. Alrighty, so let's talk about the quest now. I'll shuffle that later. So the quest is really unique, I think. I have really enjoyed this quest, and I probably should have said that at the end, assuming that I actually do stick around that long, but we'll see. You would like to get the second cycle, but there's no reprint in Germany, so you just check the new stuff they get out and maybe the saga stuff. I have really been enjoying the saga stuff. I know I have only played the Hobbit box, and I know that they just announced the Fellowship of the Ring box. But Josh, what are your thoughts on the Fellowship box or the Fellowship saga? Was that a win for you? The second cycle was really cool. I do hope that they reprint that at some point to like in the new style, because it was really cool. Plus I love dwarfs, and you get a lot of dwarf stuff in that box. So the way the quest works. Okay, so Josh, super good. The heroes are amazing and fun quest. That sounds like a win to me. Sounds like a win to me. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So the gathering of basically what happens is we skip stage 1 and we go to 2, 3, and 4, and they are all simultaneously up. Each one of these quests differently. One of them is a battle quest, one of them is a siege quest, and one of them is a standard quest. Each one of them has 8, and at the beginning of the round, before we draw any cards, we choose which one's the active location or active quest, which is the one that we're going after. At the end of the round, if there are no progress tokens on any of these, they have a bad effect. They have a forced effect. So like this one says that if this one doesn't have any progress tokens at the end of the round, then we discard all resources from the hero's pool. So what we need to do is figure out strategically which ones we want to be placing progress tokens on, and probably be switching these out fairly frequently to make sure that none of them get empty. There are a couple treacheries, there are a couple enemies that take progress off, which we are hoping to avoid. And then once we have completed each one of these by placing 8 on every single one, we immediately go into 5A, where we get to fight this bad guy, Log. He's actually not, he compared to Smaug, he's not that bad. They really killed it with the sagas. That's exciting. Yeah, I love the lore. I love the, like, just I love it, and so I'm a big fan, at least of the story. And this first Hobbit one, there were a couple of misses, I think, in some of the quest, but I think overall they were really good. I didn't like the riddle quest. That one was a little bit annoying, but there were a couple of them that were misses. But this box has been fire. I thought that this box has been incredible. Smaug is kind of annoying, especially solo, because he just eats everything and everyone. But yeah, super excited. I'm excited to unbox Heirs. Hobbit was so-so, but Lord of the Rings stuff was much better. That's awesome, because it was probably a couple years in between, because they did the Hobbit, then they did Heirs, then they did Hobbit box number 2, right? Oops, got that card. And then after a couple cycles, they did Lord of the Rings. So they really probably fell into their design space and started understanding what their design space was much better as they progressed on. But I have heard Heirs is brutal, but is it significantly worse, Heirs difficulty wise, than like some of these Hobbit quests? Because I've heard it's a huge step up in difficulty from Dwarradelph. But I'm hoping with the card pool that we have now, that we've seen Heirs, or that we've seen the Hobbit cycle, that Heirs may be okay. We may need to utilize that scoop counter and the scoop of Durin a little bit more frequently. KTM, do you have a favorite hero that you play as? And do you play any other LCGs, or is Lord of the Rings kind of your favorite, or the one that you go to? Significantly, first quest is like, what is happening? Second quest is like, what is that? Okay, well, we got that to look forward to. That'll be fun. That'll be next week, maybe. I don't know if I will have a lot of time to practice in between now and next week, so we may do like one of these packs. Like, I just got Murder the Prancing Pony, so we may divert a little bit to do a scenario pack if I don't have enough time to practice practice Heirs. So we are fighting the Battle of the Five Armies, which is taking place on and about the Lonely Mountain, which is right up here. So that's where we're at, and let's see where we got. The gathering of the clouds. Dread has come upon you all. Alas, it has come more swiftly than I guessed. The goblins are upon you. Blog of the North is coming. O Dane, whose father you slew in Moria. Behold, the bats are above his army like a sea of locusts. They ride upon wolves and wargs in their train. Search the encounter deck for a blog and add it to the staging area. Then shuffle the encounter deck and reveal one encounter card per player. I actually, for some reason, I thought that we put blog out of play. So so my practice games were a little bit easier because I did not have blog out there the entire time. So that's fun. That's good to know. Nice. Okay. So one encounter card per player. We got the Vanguard of Blog. So this enemy gets +1 to all of its stats for each quest in the play with no progress on it. We advance to 1B. Ever since the fall of the great goblin of the Misty Mountains, the hatred of their race of the dwarves have been rekindled to fury. Messengers have passed to and fro between all their cities, colonies, and strongholds, for they resolve now to win the domination of the North, the Hobbit. When available, put stage 2, 3, and 4 into play at the same time, then remove this stage from play. You have some stuff from Arkham Horror LCG, which is easier to play, but you really like Lord of the Rings, so I'll stick with that for the moment. Yeah, totally. I really like Arkham. I think Arkham is a little bit easier to deck build and play and experience. This can be very brutal. Okay, so the Eastern Spur. 2A. Bard and some of the nimblest of men and elves climbed to the height of the Eastern Soldier to gain a view from the north. Soon they could see the lands before the mountain's feet, black with a hurrying multitude. So players cannot advance from this stage unless 3 or 4 are complete, and that's going to be pretty similar to the other cards. If there's no progress token on this end of the stage, each player must discard 1 random card from their hand. 3A, Battle in the Dale. As soon as the host of their enemies was dense in the valley, they sent it against a shower of arrows, and each flickered as it fled with stinging fire. Behind the arrows, 1,000 of the spearmen kept down and charged. The yells were deafening. The rocks were stained black with goblin blood. The Hobbit. So this one is the battle. So we have to use our fight to quest here instead of our willpower. And it says, if there's no progress at the end of this stage, or at the end of the round, the first player adds the topmost enemy in the discard pile to the staging area if able. Then for A, the defense of Ravenhill. On all this, Bilbo looked with misery. He had taken his stuff on Ravenhill among the elves, partly because there was more of a chance of an escape from that point, and partly with the tookish part of his mind because he was going to be in a last desperate stand. He preferred on the whole defending the Elven King, the Hobbit. And then this is the siege one, so we use our defense to quest instead of our willpower. And if there's no progress on this stage at the end of the round, each player must discard all resources from each hero's resource pool. So at this point, we do our setup, so we get to see what cards we've got. But before we draw our 7th card, we will need to determine a active quest. Let's see what we got. We got a Test of Will, a Song of Battle, which is great, a Battle Master, which is really nice, a Sneak Attack, and another Battle Master, actually. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So we can get a Battle Master out turn 2 here, but I'm going to go ahead and mulligan this hand. I think we're going to mulligan. We're going to hope for maybe some more, maybe a Steward would be really nice to see. Then we also have to figure out how to take attacks from Blog and kill him. 2, 4, 6. So we got Gandalf, we got Steward, we got the Battle Master, we got Feint, and we got Unexpected Courage. This is an excellent hand that I do not want to discard a card from. So I'm thinking we probably want to go here first. Mulligan for a Steward. No! Hey, sorry, how's it going? We did get the Steward. I think we're probably... I mean, this is an excellent hand here. And so what I'm thinking... I don't want to lose my resources. And I also don't want to discard any of these cards. I think what we do is we go here first, and then we start to build. But I'm worried about this. That was not part of the plan. Hilarious. So let's go ahead and go here. Quest 2B. We'll put these over here as active, but not around. And then we'll draw into a Song of Battle, and we will pass out some resources. There are cards that will... There are cards that will swap these out, but keep telling yourself it's the Steward of Erebor. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so because we're gonna lose all of our resources, we might as well spend what we can. So let's go ahead and spend one from Nori to put Song of Battle onto Dane. We will use Feint against this attack. We're going to spend this resource here to go grab Bilbo's Magic Ring, and that will prevent our first attack. We also have the Golden Cup, where we can draw 3 cards, but let's get some... Let's make sure that we get progress tokens on whichever one makes us discard cards first. So Bilbo's Magic Ring, we can exhaust the Magic Ring, raise their threat by 1 to gain a resources, or we can, after he exhausts a defend against an attack, we can exhaust the Magic Ring, raise their threat by 3 to cancel all damage from the attack. So that's kind of our game plan to get rid of this first attack, because he is coming in. Oh wait, hold on. That's what it is. We're good. While block, so he's not engaged with me until stage 5. We're fine. We are fine, y'all. We are fine. We do have the Surge of the Goblins, which is pretty annoying, but that's significantly better than getting an attack of 6 every single round. Okay. So he's going to be attacking for a 3. We may just defend with Dane then at that point. Actually, no, we'll feint him because we're going to lose this resource anyways. We'll feint him, and then we will probably not be able to kill him this round, but that's fine. I did make a thematically aligned card to replace Steward, like Lords of Erebor, that does the same thing. And you drop those in the Discord, which you're not a part of the Discord. Anyone in the chat, especially like KTM, I invite you to join the Discord. Hopefully you have fun over there. Okay, so we're showing 1, 2 in the staging area. We're questing with our just normal willpower at this point. So, and instead of the Magic Ring, I'm actually going to grab his Sting. Sting. No, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my threat by 1 and then use his ability again to go grab Sting. So I'm at 31. And the ring is exhausted. So 2, 5. Yeah, okay. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so we will quest for 2, 5, 7. We're showing 2. I'm going to flip this. So this is a goblin. Block cannot take damage. And then when this enemy attacks, deal it an additional shadow card for each quest in play with no progress on it. And that gains Surge. He does get a damage though. And that surges into a Vanguard. Uh-oh. That's not good, y'all. Okay, so we quested for 7. We're showing 1, 2, 3, 5. So we do get to place 2 here. And then these are engaging us. And they are... I messed up, y'all. I really messed up. Yeah. We'll spend... we'll probably be fine. So we got Dane. We'll feint this guy. So we'll deal out encounter cards. So this one's not attacking. This one will attack. I will defend with Dane. So he's attacking for 3 to 3. Shadow effect is defending character gets -1 for each quest stage with no progress on it. So defend for 1, attack for 3. So Dane gets 2 damage. And then that gets discarded. Okay. Ouch. Now we got these to deal with. So at the end of the round, first player adds the topmost enemy in the discard pile to the staging area. We actually do have one, which is frustrating because we discarded it as a shadow card. And then we discard all the resources in all of our heroes' pools. Ouch. Okay. Well, that's fun. That's fun. So at the end of the round, we'll raise our threat. We will unexhaust everybody. We will draw into a test of will. We'll pass out some money. Oh wait, before we check, we are going to switch this with the Battle of Dale, so we don't just continue to pull out new enemies. Now we'll pass out some money at 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We are going to exhaust Bilbo's magic ring, raise our threat by 1 to give Bilbo another resource. And then we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5 for Gandalf. When Gandalf enters play, we are going to... This is a real question, right? What do we do? What do we do? My thought is to kind of snipe here or snipe here. Probably snipe here. So yeah, we'll kill this guy. Okay, so we're questing with our fight. So let's go ahead and go 4, 6, 9. We're showing 3. And then that gives us... I don't really want to defend with Bilbo. We can defend with Dane. We can defend with Bilbo if we need to. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we're questing for 9. Or do we just go... No, we need to put progress tokens on here. So we'll quest for 9. 3, 5, 9. We'll flip this guy up. When revealed, each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile for a goblin enemy and put it into play engaged with them. Then shuffle the encounter deck. This effect cannot be cancelled. Uh-oh. So we will grab maybe the... Yeah, I think we're gonna grab the gun to bad climber because it has a when revealed effect, but we won't trigger the when revealed effect because we're putting it into play. So we quested for 9. We're showing 3, so we do get to put 6 onto this, which is really great. But we may die. Someone may die, which is the problem. So let's deal out encounter cards. We will have Bilbo defend here. Yeah, we'll have Bilbo defend against this Vanguard. So after he exhausts to defend, discard the top card of the encounter deck, deal damage to the attacking... No, we'll go here. We'll defend here. Because he only has 2 life. So we'll discard and does not have any printed threat, so we don't get to deal damage to him. But we are defending for 2/2, and he gets +1. So Bilbo does take 1 damage, which is not Horrible. We will defend the second attack with Dane. And so he's only a 2 now. So 2, we defended perfectly. And then we got a 2 plus a no shadow effect. So we'll throw the 2 damage over here on Thalon. Okay. Gandalf goes and does Gandalf things. And we need to discard all the resources, but we don't have any. So we increase our threat to 34. And before we draw our card, we will swap this out to get our defense out there. So once we start questing with that, we're questing with our defense. So hopefully that's going to be fine. We'll draw a card. It's a Veteran Axe Hand, which is pretty great because we can immediately play that. Hit the unexhaust too. So yeah, we can immediately play the Axe Hand if we wanted to. Which I don't see any reason. Well, I guess the reason not to would be to put Gandalf onto the table. So if we put Gandalf on the table, we're at 34. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to exhaust the Bilbo's Magic Ring to give +1. We'll go 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put Gandalf Overhill, Underhill onto the table. So he does not exhaust to defend to commit to a quest, which is excellent in this case. So we got here, we're showing 3. We got 4 defense here. Oops. 4, 6. I don't think that there are many 4s in there, but if we do that, then we'll defend, attack. Okay, so we're questing for 6. I really hope we get 1 on there. We're gonna go with Nori. We're gonna go with Nori again. We'll take an attack undefended, which will go against Nori, and these will probably just be 1s, and so we'll be fine with that. Okay, so we'll defend with Nori to quest for 4, 6, 8, and we flip a 1, and this gains Surge, but this also gets a damage because Thalon's committed to the quest. This surges into each character gets -1 to everything. So this is 3, 5, 6 to 4. So we are good. That goes there. We're at 34. So this guy will come and engage us. We're getting overrun, y'all. We are getting overrun. Deal out some shadow cards. Let's go ahead and defend this climber with Bilbo. And so this is going to be a 2 to a 2. When I exhaust to defend, we deal 3 damage to this climber, so he dies. Huge. Okay. Let's go ahead and defend 3 to 3 here. And when he attacks, we remove 1 progress token. This attack destroys a character, remove all progress from the current quest. It does not. So that gets negated. Let's take this one undefended. So it's going to be 1 plus 0. So we'll place 1 on Nori. And then we will take this one undefended, 1. Attach this card to the defending character. Josh, how does this work? Or sorry, how does this work? There is not a defending character. Do I have to choose a defending character, or does the shadow effect whiff? I assume it doesn't whiff. We will figure that out. It fizzles. It's the greatest. Josh finally gave us good news. Oh, you're the greatest. Oh, thank you. Oh, music to my ears. Music to my ears. Love that. Cool. I love that. Gandalf will attack and kill this Wolf Rider because we do not want that around. And these are just measly 1/1s now. So we're good. Okay. We're hurt, y'all. We are hurt. At the end of the round, we will unexhaust, raise our threat by 1. We'll raise it by 2 to go ahead and keep Gandalf around. And yeah, so we'll draw a card, which is a test of will, and then we'll pass out money. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna keep this as our active because I want to get more than 1 token on it because there are things that will wipe that. So what are our issues here is this guy's gonna come down and engage us. And we're probably gonna flip more, like, let's be honest. We're probably gonna flip more. Oh, I don't know what I've been doing. So let's go ahead and spend one of these resources. Oh, I've been playing Gandalf, so that's what I've been doing. To go get the battle axe. I think that's what we want. We may grab the cup. May grab the cup. We'll take the battle axe. We'll take the battle axe. We'll put the battle axe onto Dane. Okay. We will spend these 2 resources to go ahead and put the axe hand into play, which will lower our threat by 1. So we're down to 36. But I think I need those around. We'll defend here. We will defend here. And ooh, there's a lot of you finally got Agmar sleeved. Is that how many mortgages did you have to take out on your house, Beast? No, to do that? There's some nasty looking cards in the encounter. Yeah, I'm sure. Oof. We're questing with our defense here. So let's go ahead and go 4. We're showing 3. Let's go ahead and go 4, 6. And hopefully that will be enough. Yep. We're going to flip. Oh my goodness. Gain surge. This gets a damage. And oh no, another bodyguard, which also gets a damage. Oh, that's really not good, y'all. That's really, really not good. Okay. So I quested for 6. We are showing 6, so no progress gets put on there. Oh no. Ow. Well, the good news is you already had the sleeves. You just had to buy the cards. Well, yeah, that is good. Have you started any of them? Have you tried any of them yet? Oh no. Okay, so these 3 are coming and engaging me, and this gets dangerous really quickly. Okay, so we'll deal out shadow cards. I don't think I can kill any of these, which is the issue. A few wolves, couple trolls, a surprising large number of zombies for Lord of the Rings. I haven't started it. Vision and Scarlet Witch still have to beat Expert Loki. Ooh, yeah, good luck with that. Oof. Okay, let's start out by exhausting to defend here to this Wolf Rider. We'll discard this, which is 0, so it does not. We're just gonna we're defending 3-2. We're just gonna take it. If we lose, we lose. Shadow gets +1, so we lost. Okay. Okay, well, there you go. That's scoop number 1. Find the scuba Durin. Where's my scuba Durin card? Where did I put that? Okay, well, okay, so now that we know that this is every single round, that's a little bit more scary. That is absolutely more scary. You keep getting him to 20-ish health on his second card, then he schemes for like 3 times in a row in round 1 and you lose. It's insane. Yeah, he can be so frustrating, especially when you flip that like Loki that's like 3 scheme and you draw an advance and you're just like, well, come on. Yeah, it's a scoop. First scoop of the day. Which, are you really playing Lord of the Rings if you're not scooping at least once? We'll try it again. We'll try it again with this deck, but having this guy out here on day 1 may make it so that I want to go put some more dwarfs in this deck. We'll see. Alrighty, so we'll take our threat down to 30. Scoop counter is just on 1. Have you played Agmar before, Nelson? No, I have not. So Agmar is, I've got this, then I got Voice of Isengard, Lost Realm, Grey Havens, Sands. Do I have Agmar? Is the deluxe edition, is the deluxe box of Agmar called Agmar? Or is it the Lost Realm? Lost Realm. Okay. Yeah, so I was like, wait a second, am I missing a box? There's no way I'm missing a box. Yeah, so I have this, I have Voice of Isengard, then Agmar is next. Okay. That's been hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that scared me there for a second. So I got a couple months before I get to Agmar. All the cool kids will already have played it. Be nice to have a Warden of Healing out here. That would be pretty sweet. Or I think sneak attacking Gandalf is huge. To take care of some of those goblins. That's so many goblins. There's so many goblins. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'm guessing when did the Fellowship box come out? What time in the cycles did Fellowship box come out? Is that after Voice of Isengard? Or like in that cycle? Because I will probably play the Fellowship box at some point before Lost Realm, because I think it did come out before the Lost Realm did. Oof. Alrighty, so searching counter deck for blog, added to the staging area, shuffling counter deck and reveal 1 card per player. We've got the front gate, immune to player card effects, remove 2 progress from stage 2B at the end of each round if able. Spend 3 baggage resources to travel here. 1 instead of 2, stage 2B is the current quest, and that has a victory on it. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Stage 2. So this is the random card from our hand. So we get to decide after we see our hand. Also, I think I probably need to make sure that I can get resources. I feel like getting this one out there just to help build. I think I need to build a little bit more. We got a Test of Will, a Veteran Accent, Dwarven Tomb, a Dwalin, a Killy, and a Greeting. It's a lot of blue cards. We'll mulligan. Let's see what we would have gotten. We would have gotten another accent. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think going defense, we have to defend Ravenhill first. Black Riders came out in the middle of the Heirs cycle. Okay. So maybe after Heirs I will do Fellowship. Just continue through the Fellowship. Then move to Isengard, 2 towers, then Lost Realm. See how that goes. 2, 4, 6. Got a Dwarven Tomb, a Gandalf, a Killy, a Veteran, a Dwarven Tomb, and a Steward of Gondor. Okay, excellent. We at least got the Steward. So we're going to put 4B into play. Oh, if I lose Steward of Gondor, I'm going to be so mad. I think that's just the risk that we're going to have to take. Yeah, I think that's the risk that we're just going to have to take. Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll draw into a Ever My Heart Rises, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and throw Ever My Heart Rises onto Thalon, because he will probably pretty much always be exhausted. Because we're going to be committing to him to the quest pretty much all the time. We'll spend one of these Baggins resources to go grab the magic ring. Okay. What else do we got? We got 2 Dwarven Tombs, which don't really help us here. Okay, sweet. Let's go. So requesting with our defense, requesting against 3. Oof. We'll go 3, 5, 7. We'll flip up. Surge. Choose a different quest to be the current quest until the end of the round if able. If the current quest did not change as a result of this effect, this card gains good Doomed. Doom 3. So let's go ahead and switch it with random card from our hand or enemies. Let's go random card from our hand, so 2B. That surges into when revealed, each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile for a goblin enemy and put it into play engaged with him, then shuffle the encounter deck. This effect cannot be canceled. So we are going to go grab that same guy that we had last time, the Climber, which is annoying, but it is what it is. He's attacking for 2. We will have Bilbo to defend there. So we are questing normal. So it's going to be 1, 3, 4 to 3. Ugh. Ooh, that was close. We will exhaust Bilbo's magic ring to give him a resource. We'll spend a resource to travel here. And then when we travel, we will exhaust Everheart Rises. We had to raise our threat to use this ability, and we lower it by exhausting Ever My Heart Rises, which will grab Thalon. And then we'll actually defend here. Okay, that kind of worked out. That kind of worked out. We'll deal a shadow card. We'll defend with Thalon, so it's going to be 2, no shadow effect. The swing back whiffs, so we're good. Is there anything that we can do? Anything that we can spend money on? No, not really. Okay, so at the end of the round, we unexhaust all of these. We remove, oh shoot, we remove this because of the stupid gate. Yep. So we discard a card, we have no enemies in the staging area, and we lose all of our resources. Uh-oh. Okay, so we got 6 cards. Number 5 is the axe hand, or the veteran. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. Raise our threat. Pass out money. Before we draw a card. Yeah, let's go back to not getting rid of our money. Go back to 4B. Now we draw a card, which is Unexpected Courage. We will raise our threat to give Bilbo another resource. Then we will spend 5 for Gandalf. Gandalf enters play. We're at 32. Let's kill this guy, because it's gonna get nasty if we don't do that. That exhausts the magic ring. Okay, so now we're questing with our defense. So we will go 4. We have 1, and we need to clear 2. So 4, 7, 9 to 1. We're going to flip up. When revealed, each enemy engaged with a player makes an immediate attack. Do not deal shadow cards. If no attacks, this card gains Surge. Surges into a climber. Joke's on you. We don't have any progress tokens to remove. But that does Surge. Thalon. It surges into a Vanguard of Blog. Uh-oh. Our threat is at 32, so this is not going to engage us, which is nice. We are showing 3. We quested for 4, 7, 9. So -3 is 6. -2. So we got this, and then 4 goes on to the main. Vanguard's going to come down and engage us. And we'll defend with Nori. So he's attacking for 1, 2, 3. Defending Nori for 2. No shadow effect, so we do take 1 damage on Nori. And then we'll swing back, but we whiff. Gandalf goes and does Gandalf things. And the end of the round, we'll raise our threat to 33. We will unexhaust. And before we draw, we're going to switch this. Or actually, we have to discard a random card. Oh shoot, and is there an enemy? There is. Crap. So I probably should have thought of that. I should have lowered my threat rather than that. Oh well. It is what it is. So our random card, we got 5. We'll roll. We'll re-roll on a 6. 4 is Dwarven Tomb. We got 2 copies of that, so we are okay. So now we're going to switch this to 2B because we're getting really close to losing Steward. And if we don't do anything, these guys are going to come down and hit us, which I don't like that idea. Now we will pass out money. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a card. Do the Blade and Gondolin. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's spend 1 Baggins resource to go find Sting. Sting will be crucial here. So we're going to be defending. Boom. There we go. There's Sting. We are questing with our normal willpower, which actually kind of is an issue. Maybe. Hopefully not. We'll spend 1 resource to throw Blade of Gondolin onto Dane. Okay, we really need to get something on here because I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose the Steward in our hand. So let's, and we are going to be engaged with both of these. So when we're engaged with both of those, we will have 1 defend here, and ideally that will kill this guy, so no damage. And then I think we take both of these undefended. Or we'll defend 1 with Dane. And then we'll take the other one undefended. So that means we can quest with both of these. So that's going to be 5. And we're showing 3. Or we can go +2 more. Oof. I love these decisions. We can go +2 more with Bilbo, because now we have Sting. But then we will be taking 2 attacks undefended. Okay, before we do this, we probably will go with Bilbo. So let's exhaust Bilbo's magic ring, give him a resource, raise our threat by 1 to 34, and then we will go search for Thalin's Cup. We will immediately use the cup to draw 3 cards. Maybe that helps get us something that we need. Also, this guy is victory 3. 3 cards. Oh, we got an Ever My Heart Rises. We got Dwalin. And we've got another Ever My Heart Rises. Okay, well, there you go. So we'll spread these out. Now we'll quest for 2, 5, 7. And let's hope we flip a mountain. That would be crucial. If we could flip a mountain, we could ready everything up, and then we'd be feeling a lot more comfortable. Okay. So 7, we're showing 3. We're gonna flip. Showing 5, that gains Surge. And it's another undefended attack. Oh, that dies immediately. Sweet. Go Thalin. Okay, so we got 5. We quested for 7. I'm glad that we did that. However, we are in trouble now. Okay, so these are coming down. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Deal out some counter cards. Oh no. Okay, so what we'll do. Have to leave, have fun. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you on the next one. Okay, we'll take this 1. Undefended. Shadow effect. Attacking enemy makes an additional attack immediately after this one. Oh no. Okay, so that's undefended. So we'll give that to Dane. We'll take another one undefended. The defending character is destroyed. There is no defending character, so that's 2 onto Dane. Now we'll defend here. He attacks the character with the most damage. So this is going to be 3 to 3. No shadow effect, so that's... And then we just have to survive these. So it's going to be 2, no shadow effect. We'll push that onto Nori. And then 2 shadow, deal 3 damage to the attacking enemy. There's the Misty Mountain Eagle. You gotta love that. So that immediately happens. Misty Mountain Eagle. I love this type of design where it's a good card in the deck and it has good effects for us. So that was actually pretty crucial there, because shadow effect takes place. I don't think we still deal damage, do we? Because I think it's like resolve shadow then deal, and so if there's no damage to be dealt at that point. But Josh may have some bad news for me. Dead, no damage. Josh, you're coming in with fire news. I'm telling you, it's I love everything you've been telling me today. At the end of the round, we will unexhaust. We will raise our threat to 35. We will put the topmost enemy into play, which is the Goblin Climber, and then we're definitely going to swap that in to hopefully deal with that. This one we are questing with our attack. So we'll draw a card, which is the Battle Master. Pass out some resources. Maybe I'll stop calling you Josh Stormcrow. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know, one can dream. Okay, so here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's spend 2, and we're gonna actually throw Steward of Gondor onto Nori. So with that, we will pay 3 to play Killy from our hand, which will reduce our threat by 1. And we can go find Philly and put him into play. I love these. I don't know if they're good. They're just so much fun. They're just so much fun. So we got Killy and Philly now. And now that we control 5 dwarves, we can play 1 more card, which will be Dwalin. So because we control 5 dwarves, the cost to play him is reduced by is reduced by 2. So we'll throw another Dwalin out there. We'll move these up. These are not in the staging area, but I need space for my allies. That goes down 1. Okay. So we're questing with our battle, questing with our fight. We've got 4 attacks coming in. We will defend 1 with Bilbo, and ideally that will kill. We'll probably defend here, which ideally will kill. We've got another defend with Dane, and then we can go Killy and Philly. Then we have Dwalin to defend if we need to. And we have Thalon who can take an undefended. So we will quest with Thalon for 3. We'll quest with Nori for 2. So that's 5 total against 1. We'll flip. This gains Surge. He gets a damage. We got another attack coming in at us. And then everyone gets -1 to every stat. Or until the end of the round, exhausted characters get -1. I think that probably does do us in. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. So we quested for 2, 3. We're showing 2, so we do get to place 1 up here, which is nice. But we'll remove it immediately. Ugh. Okay, so this guy is going to come in and engage us. Okay. Let's go. We'll take this 1, which last time that should have been a 2. Last time that should have been a 2, which actually I think I did. Actually, I think I did that. Okay. So let's go ahead and defend with Bilbo. We will defend this. Actually, first let's take this one undefended, because we're gonna lose, and we're gonna lose a card. So we're gonna take this attack undefended for 1 plus 0 shadow. We will deal 1 damage to Dane. So now I can declare him as a defender here. We will defend. Hey, Magic Moose Moo, how's it going? Long time no chat. How are you? How have you been? We will defend with Bilbo. For 1. We will exhaust the ring to increase our threat by 3 to prevent all the damage from the attack. And we'll defend this guy. Yeah, we'll defend this guy. So it's going to be 3. We're defending all the damage. We discard this, which is 2. So this deals 2 damage here, which does kill him, which is huge. Okay. But that he did win this enemy attack, so we will remove this progress token. So he'll probably come right back, which kind of stinks. Chilling, just working. How about me? I'm doing good. I'm enjoying. We are playing the Battle of the 5 Armies, so hopefully we don't die, but there's always a good chance that may happen. But yeah, happy to have you here. How has your LCG playing been recently? So Sting did that. We actually probably didn't need to do Bilbo's magic ring, but here we are. Okay, so now we'll take the attack here. We'll defend with Dane. He has to attack the one with the most damage. So Dane, no shadow effects, so 3 to 3. Then we'll defend Killy and Philly, or we'll defend here for 2 to 0. Actually, this is 1 damage. I'm sorry, because all exhausted characters get -1. So this is 2 to 0. Shadow effect is deal 1 damage to the defending character for each quest stage in progress. So nope, we're good. But Killy dies. Then Philly is defending 2 to 0. Shadow gets +1, so Killy dies, or Philly dies. Dwalin can swing back. Hey, 17 Sickles, I appreciate the sub with the Prime. Thank you. Also, if you are unaware, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to your favorite streamer for absolutely no cost to you. You are just spending Jeff Bezos's money. And so if that sounds like something that you like to do, go ahead and do it. It does not have to be me, but if you do have Prime, please use it on somebody. Also, if you are me, I changed the Prime sub icon. So every couple months, he has plenty. Every couple of months that you are subscribed, you start to accumulate more of Iron Man's armor. So that's what you see next to Beast Snow and Astari's kind of notes there. Magic Moose Moo, you have intentions of playing today? You've been painting Crisis Protocol minis and the new Final Fantasy 14 patch instead. That's fair. That's fair. Nice. That's awesome. That's really cool. How is Crisis Protocol? Dwalin doesn't have anyone to swing back against, so he's gonna hang out. Okay. So at the end of the round, we are gonna put... Oh, what is this? Okay, we got the archer in play now, because we have 0 on here. Okay. It's not bad. Fun to play once you get the hang of it, but it's a tricky one. Gotcha. That's too bad. That's too bad. It seems cool though. It looks cool. We're gonna keep this as our main. We're gonna increase our threat to 37. I don't like saying that. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a card into sneak attack, but sneak attack does not work right now. Well, it does. We could throw a battle master in there, but oh my goodness. We are struggling, y'all. We are very much struggling. This is just so much. This is just so much right now. What do we got in here? Got Killy, which I don't want to go grab. I mean, what would be excellent is if we flip a mountain location that we can travel to and lower our threat some. That'd be ideal scenario. Okay, so we are questing using our fight. So we will go ahead and go 3, 5. We're showing 3. We may sneak attack a battle master in here to take a hit. Feels like we may be at that spot. Okay. So we're going 5 against 3. We're gonna flip this, which immediately gets a damage because of Talon's ability, and that's not an orc, so it does not gain surge. So that means 2 progress tokens go here, and we do not have to engage this guy, which is really nice. Okay, so we've got 3 to 3 defending here. Oof. Okay. Feels like if we can just get over this hump, but this hump is getting kind of crazy. I hate to waste a sneak attack on well, we can just assign damage to Thalon, so that's probably more better. Okay, so let's see if we lose Dane here. So he's attacking 3 to 3. No shadow effect, so we don't lose Dane. We will defend with Bilbo. 2 to 2 here. We'll discard this card. It's a 3. Oh, that would have been sweet if we could have taken him out, but he immediately fizzles, and so that's nice. Okay. We've got a 2. We'll defend 2 to 2 here. No shadow effect. All of my mountains are going away. And then we've got a 1. No shadow effect. We'll throw that damage onto Thalon. We don't need to grab a monster because we do have 2 on here. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're going to keep this as the main. And hopefully be okay with that. So we will unexhaust, raise our threat to 38. Too high. Too high. We just need 1 mountain. It's half of a Galadriel's greeting at that point. We'll draw a card, which is, a Goblin Cleaver. Oh, that's huge. Because we can deal 3 damage to this orc. Take that out. Ooh. Actually, I think I surged this warg when I wasn't supposed to. But we're playing hard mode, apparently. We'll go 1. Flip. 1. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to spend 2 from Nori to throw Unexpected Courage onto Dane. Goblin Cleaver was crucial here. This is nice. This is really nice. We're gonna spend 3 to put the Battle Master into play, which will lower our threat by 1 because of Nori's ability. Oh, and we get like way more resources from Nori because we got Steward on Nori. Yeah. Should be good there. Okay, so we are questing using our attack. This guy will be gone, so we are only taking attacks from here. We will defend with Bilbo, probably here. And then we can defend with Dwalin here. That means that we can swing back. With Dane. Actually, what we'll do is we'll probably defend with Dane against this, and then we'll swing back. We'll Unexpected Courage and swing back. We're showing 3. So if we quest for 3, 5, we probably are going to be okay-ish. Probably not going to be okay, but I don't want to exhaust more characters. Okay, so we're going to flip into when revealed, each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile for a goblin enemy and put it into play, engage with them, then shuffle the encounter deck. So we are going to... we're actually going to take... yeah, we're going to take a Vanguard of Blog. Vanguard of Blog. Requested for 5. We're showing 3, so we get to throw 2 on to the main. So we're at 4 there, which feels better. We'll move into our combat phase. We're not going to optionally engage anything. We will go ahead and exhaust Blade of Gondolin, toss a Goblin Cleaver to kill this Warg. Because no thank you to that. We got all of these here. So we will exhaust Bilbo to defend against the Climber. So we're going 2/2. We'll discard this card, which is a 1. Which is just 1. Okay, so he takes 1 damage. 2/2 shadow. There is no shadow effect, and we lost another mountain. Oh, all of my mountains are shadow cards. What's going on? So 2/2, we're fine. We'll have Dane defend a 1. No shadow effect. Another mountain. And we'll ready Dane, and then we will have that's so crazy. And then we'll have a 1/2 over here with Dwalin. It's another mountain. I literally flipped 3 mountains for my shadow cards. I just need one of them to show up. I just want one of them to show up. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now at this point we will have the Battlemaster swing back for 3 against here. Actually, ooh. No, we can be a little bit more strategic here. Let's go 3, or it's gonna be 2, 4. Let's kill here. Actually, it's 5 because I have +1 when attacking an orc. So we'll kill this Vanguard of Blog. And after this here attachment destroys an enemy, place 1 progress token on the current quest. So just like that, we got 1 more progress token. Okay. At the end of the round, we will unexhaust. We will raise our threat to 38. We are going to switch to here. Yeah, I feel like we got to take care of that at some point. Switch to there, draw a card, which, ooh, it's a Gloin. It is a Gloin, which is super interesting. Okay, so we got 2, and we can pay for them immediately. And 1 here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put Gloin into play. That will lower our threat by 1. Already. And then when Gloin enters play, we get to choose a character to add 2 resources to their pool. I think... let's go ahead and give it to Thalin, because he's going to need the resources at some point. We will never draw an Ever My Heart, or we'll never draw a mountain location, so we're just going to assume that that's not going to happen. But we are questing against 3. We'll quest for Gloin for 3. Fallon for 2 more. So that's going to be 5. We're showing 3. Let's go +3. So 3, 6, 8. We're going to flip into a 1. That does gain Surge. That gets some damage. Surges into a creature. And whenever it attacks, the defending player must declare the defender with the most damage as the defender. So that gets 1 damage there. Both of these are going to come and engage me. Okay. So here we are. We're being scared again. Okay, so let's go ahead and defend Bilbo to here. So first things, we'll discard this. It's a 2, so this will die. This will immediately die. So that's nice. Shuffling up. We're shuffling all the mountains back into the deck. Is there any adverse effect for shuffling the encounter deck in Lord of the Rings? I don't think there is. Is there? You have to kill a hero. Well, that's sad. Okay, so Dane's going to defend 3 to 3. Let's see. -1 for each quest and play with no progress. There is not 1. So we do survive. Dane survives. Nope. Josh coming in hot today. I love it. We will have Dwalin defend a 1. It's +1 for each quest and play with no progress. Okay. So he's going to be... The Battlemaster is swinging for 1, 2, 3. So he can kill here. So we will defend with Dane against this 1. Attacks destroys a character. It does not. And then we'll swing back with the Battlemaster to kill the Ravenous Warg. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay. I was supposed to put progress tokens here. I'm sorry. I quested for 5. Was I? Dang. No, I quested for 3. I quested for 8, and we flipped into 3. So yeah, 2 progress tokens are supposed to go on there. Okay, unexhaust. One day we will get a mountain location. We'll all be very, very happy. They'll be rejoicing in the streets, and it'll be nice. Let's go ahead and keep this as the active location, because I think our attack and our defense are going to be fairly easy to push through. Actually, our defense is probably not. Our defense is probably going to be the worst one to quest for. So let's swap this with 4B. And then we will draw a card, which is a hasty stroke. That's actually going to be really nice. I need something. I don't know what it is, but I need something. At this point, we're just going to go ahead and spend 4 resources to Dwarven Tomb and get Killy. And then the 3 resources to play Killy. So that will lower our threat. I forgot to raise it, so we'll keep it at 37. I need to spend a resource here to go get a treasure. I don't know why I have not went and got the battle axe before. Trying to figure out if I need to put... I'm going to put the battle axe on Thalin. Okay. So we're at 37. Our board state's getting pretty decent, not gonna lie. I mean, like, the damage is definitely concerning, but I've had worse board states. So we're going with defense. So let's go 2, 4, 6. We'll have Bilbo defend here, and we'll have, I don't know, Killy, or no, we'll have Dane defend, and then we should be able to swing back. So we're showing 6 to 3. Okay, let's go 9 to 3. 9 to 3. Oh, it's a mountain. It's a mountain, everyone. Hey, everyone, it's a mountain. We did it. So I guess this probably would have been the right move. We'll exhaust and we can unexhaust later. Okay. While Northern Slopes is in the staging area, each goblin enemy gets +1 attack and +1 defense. While Northern Slopes is the active location. When a character leaves play, remove 1 progress from the quest if able. So that's a 3. We quested for 3... 2, 4, 6, 9. We're showing, so we're actually going to go ahead and throw 3 on this quest. We're going to be pretty close to finishing that. We are absolutely 100% traveling here. So that's going to exhaust Ever My Heart Rises, Ever My Heart Rises, Ever My Heart Rises. Reduce our 1, 2, 3, our threat by 3, and go ahead and ready each one of these guys. Oh, it's so pretty. Beast Snow, I feel like Lord of the Rings boxes have a lot more cards compared to the champion cycle. You may be wrong, but it feels that way. I think it is. I think that is true. I think they're... Yeah. Because the champions are 5. Like the campaign boxes are 5 scenarios, and Lord of the Rings is 8. So, but champions does have the hero cards. I actually don't know. That's kind of... I feel like it would be pretty close. I actually may engage this guy. So we've got... Got Bilbo defending 1. I'm going to engage him. Got Bilbo defending. We've got... I don't like... Oh, we have a hasty stroke. So we'll have Dane defend 1. And then we will have... Gloin defend 1. And there's 6 packs instead of 4. Oh yeah, in the cycle. In the cycle. I was thinking of just the box. But yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So we will deal these out. We will have Bilbo exhaust to defend against the 2 here. So we'll flip up. It's a 1, so he takes 1 damage. And it's a 2 to 2. +1 for each goblin enemy engaged with us. So +3. That would kill him. So let's definitely hasty stroke that. Nope. Okay. Cool. Now we'll have Gloin defend against this one, so it's a 1. No shadow effect. Okay, so he is swinging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can take out 1 here. Thalin is swinging for 5, so he can take out 1 here. And then deal a damage here. And then Dane can take out the last guy here. So in that sense, we will have Killy go 1. No shadow effect, so we're good. Okay, so we have the Battlemaster swing and take out the Vanguard. We'll have Thalin swing and take out this guy. And then we deal 1 to another enemy engaged with us. And then we will have Dane swing for 4 here. It does kill him. So we get to place 1 onto the active location. Okay. I have 1 card in my hand. I need card draw. I miss lore. I miss my lore heroes. Or my foe hammer. I need a foe hammer. But it's like if you're not drawing the cards, you're not drawing cards to draw cards. And it's like that can be a dangerous cycle. We'll keep that as the active. I don't see any reason to not. So we'll keep that as the active. And unexhaust, raise our threat to 35. Draw into a Song of Battle. That does not really help us because we don't have any money. But let's pass out some money. Nope, he's not dead. Let's go ahead and spend 1 of Baggins' resources to throw a Song of Battle onto Nori. Requesting with defense now. So let's go ahead and go 3, 5, 7. We're showing 1. So even if we flip a 3, we would clear that. Let's go Dwellin as well. So 3, 5, 7, 9 to 1. We're gonna flip into this. It does not have. Oh no, Dane is in such trouble here. It does not surge. So we're showing 3, so we're placing 6. So 2 and then 4. 1, 2, 4. So that clears. This warg is going to come and engage. We will ready up with Unexpected Courage. He will attack. Dane will defend 3 to 3. No shadow effect. We're good. Whew. We'll swing back with the army. Okay. Ready up. Threat goes to 36. We will switch this with our non-attack. And we will draw a card. Oh, there's the foe hammer. There we go. That's what we needed. Pass out some money. Ah. Whew. That 1 card turns into 3. Watch us now not be able to flip an enemy. We're only going to flip locations. Alrighty. So we're questing with normal willpower. So let's go 2, 5, 7. 9 to 1. We're going to flip a creature. This immediately dies because Thalin's quest. He's much better than I kind of gave him credit for, especially if you have a encounter deck with 1 health enemies in there. It can just be nice. It can be so nice. So we're throwing 8 here. We're going to just do this. We're going to go 6 and 2 because I'm running out of tokens. And my enemy died. My enemy died, so I can't foe hammer it. I cannot foe hammer it. That's fine. So we have taken control of the game at this point. So what we need to do is I'm going to spend a couple of rounds before we push. So we're gonna keep this as the main. We'll up a thing to 37. We'll unexhaust. We'll draw a card, which is a hasty stroke. That clutch. That gives me just a little bit more feel good about what's going on. Alrighty, okay, sweet. So we're questing with our normal willpower. So let's just go. Go 2, 4, 7. We'll flip into when revealed, each enemy engaged with a player. If no cards were made this way, this gains surge. So this surges into a goblin orc. Block, cannot take damage. And then when an enemy attacks, deal it an additional shadow card for each quest stage in play with no progress on it. So that gets a damage. That surges into Misty Mountain. First player may spend 2 Baggins resources to take control of Misty Mountain Eagle, or discard this ally to discard a non-unique enemy in the staging area. Very nice. I love that card. I think that design is just so cool that you throw in good cards in there. Ah, sweet. That's so cool. Okay, so we quested for a lot. We'll unexpected courage to ready it up. So be 3, 5, 7. We're showing 3, so a lot more. We'll spend 2 resources to go ahead and take control of the eagle. This guy's going to come and engage us. We will defend with Killy. So it's going to be a 4 to a 1. No shadow effect. So Killy very much dies. But then, here we go. We're going to swing back with a 2, 5, a lot to kill it. We will play Foe Hammer. We exhaust a weapon and draw 3 cards. We got a Dwarf Axe, a Sneak Attack, and a Galadriel's Greeting. Not the finish she had hoped for, but I want like a Gandalf. I want something, but we're fine. We're fine. Okay. Beggars can't be choosers. So we'll go here. We will draw a card. Actually, no, we're gonna go ahead and just switch this out. I think we're about ready to push. Yeah. Okay. I think we're about ready to push. So we'll draw a card into Unexpected Courage. Okay, nice. So let's pass out resources. Go 1, 1, 3. I am really looking forward to having more ways to deal or to draw cards outside of lore. Okay, so let's spend 2 resources to play Unexpected Courage onto Thalon. Then let's spend 3 resources to play the Galadriel's Greeting to lower our threat by 6. Then let's spend 1 resource to play Dwarf Axe onto Thalon. That's 2 restricted, so we're good there. Okay. So we are questing with our attack. So we will go ahead and quest for 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're questing for 6 just with Thalon. Let's go +3, so 9. We probably should be good there. Flipping this, Bats immediately dies. So that's enough to push us, and so we are pushing through. We will go ahead and ready up with both of these Unexpected Courages. Exciting stuff. Alrighty, let's see what happens. Ooh. Ooh. The clouds burst. Soon the attackers were attacked, and now they are forced into a great ring facing every way, hemmed without goblins and wolves returning to the assault. The bodyguard of Blog came howling against them and drove in upon their ranks like waves upon the cliffs of sand. When revealed, each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Bodyguard of Blog and add it to the staging area if able. Shuffling encounter deck. Progress cannot be placed on the stage while Blog is in the staging area, and he's considered to be engaged with the first player, and if Blog is destroyed, the players win the game. So we have to get a Bodyguard, which means that he cannot take damage. Do we have any Bodyguards in here? Yeah, there we go. We're at 31 threat, so the bodyguard actually does not engage us if we don't want it to, but we definitely do want it to. So we'll come down here, and we will defend with Bilbo and exhaust Bilbo's magic ring. So 1, 2, 3. So we'll increase our threat by 3 to negate all damage from this attack. We'll discard the top card, which is a 0, so that's a little unfortunate, but that's fine. And so he's going to attack for 4, gets +1, but we negate all the damage. Now, Mr. Blog over here is going to attack. We will defend with Dwalin. So he's attacking for 6, no shadow. Dwalin dies, though. Okay. So the bodyguard of Blog, we need to deal 7 damage to it. So, oh, we're only down to +3 with the Battle Master. Okay, so 3. 3, 5, 6. Trying to figure out if there's an easy way to do this. Yeah, we'll go Gloin and Nori. So that's 2, 4, 7 to kill the bodyguard. And then we will swing back. So we'll swing at Blog for 3. He is an orc. So let's go 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11, which is enough to kill Blog. That's game. Let me just make sure that I did that correctly. So we got 3 here. You got 3 here is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, that's game. Just like that, we have killed Blog. We took care of the bodyguard and Blog in 1 round. Huge. I love this scenario. I think this scenario is awesome. It is way more challenging having Blog in the game the entire time. So I think that was a clean game. I hope that was a clean game. Thanks, Josh. Now let's dive into your favorite part. Let's unbox Heirs of Numenor. I am so freaking excited. I love unboxing stuff. It's so much fun. I'm going to do a be right back. I'm going to go ahead and just clean up. I'll be back in probably like 3 minutes. So see you all very soon.